Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. In this video we are going to add shooting, but before that we will add jump system. So first of all we will add a jump height variable, and then in the handle movement, after we have checked the ground, we will add if is grounded, then we will add jump. We will get jump input from the input keys, and then we will apply the velocity and we will multiply the jump height with minus 2f multiplied by gravity. So now hopefully our player should jump, but before that, in the animator controller you can see that it's a random animations added. So I will just delete all the transitions and we'll keep only the idle transition. So now you can see that player is in idle mode and we can jump actually. So that's beautiful. I will also check it on these hurdles so that we should be satisfied with the jump. So now you can see we can climb the stairs and we can actually jump very smoothly. Everything is good. Now we will just create a new script for the sniper shooting thing. So in the weapons folder, under scripts folder, I have created a script with the name of sniper weapon, and then we will add some variables. So we will add a damage variable 100f, then we have a range of the sniper, then we have a fire rate, and fire rate is also very important. So it will actually conclude the next time to fire. So we'll create another separate variable as well. So now we will add some references for more references for the other variables. So here you can see that we have added a camera, animator reference, transform reference for the fire point. So also we have added some effects references, muzzle flash, impact effect, and blood effect. So we will apply these, and also we have added next time to fire. So we can actually fire again and again in a smooth way. In the update function, we'll get the button fire 1, and on the left mouse click we will actually check that if the time is greater than next time to fire, then we can only fire. So we will apply a fire here, and we will add next time to fire plus 1f our fire rate, and also we'll add the shoot function. In the shoot function we will actually add the main functionality of shooting. So we will say that if animator is not null, then actually we will play the animation as well. So we'll say that on the shoot, when we will press a left mouse click, we should play the shoot trigger inside the animator controller. Definitely we will create this in a while, so don't worry about that. And then we will say that if muzzle flash is not null, and if it is exist and fire point is not null, then we will actually get the muzzle flash and we will instantiate the muzzle flash on the fire point position. Okay, so it's very simple. Also, after instantiating the muzzle flash, we will destroy the muzzle flash in 1 second, and after that we have a ray cast hit. So we can actually hit a ray cast, and we should check the hit object. So we'll say that we will actually hitting a ray cast from the play camera, and from the player camera dot position, transform dot position, and transform dot forward. So we want to actually hit raycast out from the camera forward to the z-axis, and then we will actually want to check that whether it's hitting to the some object or not. So we are adding a debug so that we can check in the Unity editor that whether it's working or not, and when it will hit on a certain object, it will show us the name of that object. So after that we will get a create damageable target, and hit.transform get damageable. So I have created a damageable script, and in a while we will add a damageable script code as well. So for now we are adding, if target is not null, then we will get a target, and then we will get a take damage function from the damageable script, and we will apply the damage. And definitely this damage function we will create in a while in the damageable script. And then we are saying that if the tag of a character or any object is enemy, then we will actually instantiate the blood impact effect. So if the tag is not the enemy and it is a normal object, for example it is a train or any other metal, any other thing, then we will actually instantiate the impact effect. So definitely we will create these effects in a while, so don't worry about that. And that's actually it. After that we will move to the next level, and now you can see that shoot function is added, and everything is added. Actually now we will move back to the damageable script, and here we will assign a health to the player, so enemy, and then we will assign a take damage function, create a take damage function, and we'll minus the health. Actually we will minus the amount from the health. Okay, so total health is 100, and whatever the amount will be in the shoot function, that health will be damaged. And then we will create die function. So what we want to do is that we want to actually destroy the enemy from now, and definitely later on we will create a proper enemies and proper characters, and then we will definitely change these logics. And now for now you can see that damageable script and sniper weapon scripts are added. Now we'll go to the animator controller, and here you can see we have a shoot animation. We will just go to parameter and we will add a trigger with the name of shoot, SHOT. The spelling should be same in the script. So we will create a transition from idle to shoot, and we will just uncheck the has exit time, and then after shoot animation we will return back to the idle animation. Now you can see that we will add this sniper weapon script on the character object under the player object. Don't add these on the main player object. Okay, just add it on the character object which we have created in the hierarchy. Then we will create a fire point under this sniper weapon, and then we will just place this fire point on the exact position of the barrel. And then after that you can see that we will assign these objects to the relative fields. Now we need a FX effect, so I will just downloaded a var FX asset which is totally free, available on asset store, and also I will choose a blood impact effect, realistic blood impact. You can download actually any blood impact from the asset store. There are a lot available free as well and paid as well. So I am using this var effects and realistic blood effect. So now after this we will import these effects, and we'll have to make some settings for these effects. So first of all I will just explore the var effects, and I will just check the muzzle flash impact effect. So let's extend the folder. So let's go to the impact effects, which is under the JMO asset and var effects, and then under the var effects we have the muzzle flash. In the muzzle flash we have the impacts, and now we have the muzzle flash, and then we'll just drag drop the impact, and we'll try to see, yeah, that's good, but it's on looping. Now we'll just unpack the prefab, and you can see certain settings. One more thing, that var effects contains the main particle, and we have under the main particle we have some sub particles as well, so in the hierarchy child objects. So we'll delete the light, and then we will disable the looping. Also, we need only one particle instead of 11 particles. We will just use one particle. Also in the emission, we will make rate over time 0, and cycle we will just select the one cycle, and other things are fine. So we will repeat this process for other two particles, which are the child particles of the main particle object. And after that, you can see that now if we play, you can see that our muzzle flash is playing only once. And also I will just tweak the duration of the muzzle flashes, because one fire and then second fire and third fire, then we should match the muzzle flash. So on every fire the muzzle flash should work. So I will just decrease the duration to 0.3, and it's working absolutely good for me. And then I have created a prefabs folder under the project and drag drop this prefab. And now similarly we will check the blood flash effects. Now we have these blood flash effects, and we will check that the certain settings, I think the settings are absolutely normal, and we don't have to change anything for these effects. So I will just go to prefabs and drag drop this muzzle flash effect, just rename it and drag drop to the prefabs folder. Now these are ready. And lastly we need a impact effect also for the ground or on the metal, etc. So in the war effects we have this impact effect, and actually it is ready, and we don't need to change things like looping, duration, emission, etc. It's already good for our game, and I will just test it out. So if it looks good, then we can implement this. Yeah, that looks beautiful. And now what we can do is that we can just save this as a prefab as well. So now we have three prefabs. We have impact effect, blood impact effect, and muzzle flash. Now we'll go to player, and under player we have a character object, and we'll select the character object. In this script we will just drag drop the relative flash, muzzle flash, and other impact effect. So now you will see that it's working very nice. You can see flashes playing and particle effects are working absolutely good. Now we'll create an enemy. We will just create a capsule, and capsule has a collider, so we don't have any tension. We will create a tag with the name of enemy, and we will assign that tag to the enemy object. Now if we shoot to the enemy, you can see blood impacts is visible, but definitely enemy is not damaged at all, because we didn't have added any script to the enemy. So just select the enemy and add damageable script to the enemy. So now if we shoot the enemy, you can see it's destroyed. The blood effect is playing, and its enemy is destroyed. So we will tweak certain health, damage amount. So the health should be 100 here in the damageable section, and in the script, sniper weapon script, we have a damage amount. So we'll change that amount in the sniper weapon script. So let's open the sniper weapon script and tweak that amount. Indeed, we have inspector field, so we have tweaked that amount. So damage amount is 30 now, and now you can see that we can shoot the enemy, and on some tries, some multiple tries actually, the enemy will be destroyed. Blood impact is playing absolutely good. So we are good to go. In next video we'll move further. Goodbye.